The end of the swap, collapse of the counterfeit timeline, the burnout of the thief. Every stolen destiny has an expiration date. When someone hijacks your energy, they are not just borrowing from you, they are running on power they cannot generate themselves. Destiny is coded into the one it belongs to. It has a built-in source of renewal, but only for the rightful owner. When a thief attaches to it, they are essentially running a stolen current through a system that cannot sustain it. At first, it looks convincing. They rise, they glow, they walk in a counterfeit version of your life while you feel depleted and delayed. But this phase never lasts. Why? Because stolen energy burns out fast. Without its original source, without you, it cannot be replenished. This is why thieves keep coming back, why they stir drama, and why they watch you obsessively. They are trying to trigger fresh openings so they can feed again. But the moment you stop leaking, when you cut access, close doors, and begin using your own destiny, their supply dries up. Their sudden momentum stalls. Their borrowed blessings begin to decay. The counterfeit path collapses because it was never designed to hold their weight. And this collapse is not punishment. It is mechanics. Spiritual law will not allow someone to permanently thrive on what is not theirs. When you call your energy back, the siphon is severed, and what they built on stolen power loses its foundation. This is why chosen ones are never truly defeated. Even in seasons of delay, nothing is gone. It is simply waiting. And the second you reclaim it, the shift begins. Their false elevation breaks, your alignment returns, and what once looked lost starts pouring back into your life with a force neither you nor they can stop. You do not need revenge. You do not need to fight. You only need to rise, because the instant you do, the thief burns out. The sevenfold return. When a thief is exposed, they do not simply lose what they took. They must return it multiplied. This is not metaphor. It is spiritual law. Ancient texts, from scripture to esoteric tradition, repeat the same principle. When a thief is caught, they restore what was stolen sevenfold. Energy theft obeys the same rule. What was siphoned from you does not vanish. It accumulates interest. The moment you stand in authority, you do not just recover, you collect with divine compensation. Here is why. Energy is never destroyed. It is stored, redirected, or rerouted until the rightful owner calls it back. And when you reclaim it, everything that was held from you, the opportunities, the favor, the clarity, the gifts, returns with multiplied force. The spiritual economy pays restitution because alignment always corrects itself. This is why those who once seemed ahead suddenly unravel, and those who stayed faithful rise. When you call your destiny home, the counterfeit paths collapse, and every piece of stolen momentum boomerangs back to its source. This is not about vengeance. It is about enforcement. You do not chase thieves. You activate law. Declare it aloud. Every fragment of my energy, every blessing, every opportunity taken from me, is now returned sevenfold. My destiny is restored, my alignment secured, and no force can delay me again. When you speak this with conviction, the field shifts. Delays dissolve, the siphon closes, the weight you've carried lifts, and suddenly, what felt impossible begins to move. Because destiny was never gone, it was waiting. And the second you call it back, it comes, faster, stronger, and with interest owed. A destiny swap never ends in the thief's victory. It ends in collapse. When someone hijacks energy that was never theirs, they are not just stealing. They are borrowing against a debt they cannot pay. A counterfeit timeline looks stable for a moment, even prosperous. They may appear to thrive, but their success depends entirely on siphoning energy from the source. The second that source awakens and calls back what belongs to them, the entire false structure begins to unravel. This collapse is not punishment. It is correction. Energy taken without alignment has an expiration date. Stolen blessings curdle. False favor decays. Relationships built on hijacked energy fracture under the weight of what cannot be sustained. What was propped up by theft falls apart because it was never supported by true authority. Meanwhile, the moment you realign, your original timeline reactivates. Everything that once felt lost, your creativity, your clarity, your divine momentum, returns like it had been waiting in reserve. Because it was. Your destiny does not vanish when delayed. It waits. And the instant you reclaim it, the counterfeit pathway collapses like a shadow in the presence of light. This is why your awakening terrifies the thief. They do not fear punishment, they fear exposure. They know the moment you rise, their borrowed life force runs out. And when it does, two things happen at once. You accelerate. Doors that were jammed open, energy floods back. The path clears, they unravel. What was built on stolen power cannot endure a sovereign source reclaiming its own. This is the law of reversal in action. The grave they dug becomes their own, and what was diverted is rerouted to its rightful owner. Not by force, not by vengeance, by spiritual mechanics. Because the truth is this, you never lost your destiny. You simply needed to rise high enough to reclaim it. When you stand in alignment, the swap ends, not with noise, but with silence. The thief fades, their counterfeit crumbles, and you step back into what was always yours, untouched, waiting for the moment you return to claim it. No one can truly take your destiny. They can delay it, drain you, or mimic you, but they can never own what was written in your name. Your path is encoded into you. It lives in your frequency, your gifts, and your alignment. And the moment you stand up and claim it, everything that was scattered begins to return. This is the truth most people never hear. What's yours does not vanish. It waits. It waits for your awareness. It waits for your authority. It waits for the moment you stop treating your power like it's negotiable and start commanding it like it's law. Every ounce of energy you call back, every contract you break, every false tie you sever, it all clears the field for restoration. What was stolen begins to starve. The siphons collapse, the copycats fade, and your original blueprint reignites, pulling every deferred blessing back into orbit. This is how destiny works. It is not fragile. It is not gone. It is yours. Now stand up, reclaim your energy, speak with authority, align yourself, and walk forward as if it already belongs to you, because it does. Step back into your crown and wear it like you never left. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing, and no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive Mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief Tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones. The replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans. The merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.